this video, I will discuss asymptotes. Before we dive into the concept of asymptotes, let us understand how it fits into the entire picture of curve sketching. In order to draw the graph of a function, we need to determine certain characteristics of the function. For example, the values of x for which the function f of x becomes 0. These we call as zeros of the function. Now once we determine the zeros of the function, we have to determine the intervals in which the function is increasing and the intervals where it is decreasing. Then we have to determine the local maxima and the local minima of the function. Sometimes we would want to know what is the shape of the curve. In such cases, we have to determine the concavity and convexity of the curve. That is, we need to determine the intervals where the curve is concave upward and the intervals where the curve is concave downward. Then, to understand how the curve approaches infinity, we need to determine the asymptotes. Let us define what is an asymptote. In this video, I will limit the discussion to asymptotes that are straight lines. So we can define asymptote of a curve as a straight line such that the distance between the straight line and the curve approaches 0 as the curve tends to infinity. As you can see here, the separation is clearly tending to 0 as the curve is approaching infinity. So we can say that this straight line is the asymptote of the considered curve. We need to understand that not every curve may have an asymptote. For example, if we consider y is equal to x square, and if we have to draw the asymptote for this curve, we may try, but we can see that whatever be the line that we draw, it either intersects the curve, or if we try to draw a tangent, the separation between the curve and the line keeps on increasing. Let us discuss types of asymptotes. There are three kinds of asymptotes: vertical asymptote, horizontal asymptote and oblique asymptote, which we also call as slant asymptote. First, let us discuss a vertical asymptote. A vertical line such that the distance between the curve and the line approaches 0 as the curve approaches infinity is called a vertical asymptote. Let us consider the curve y is equal to 1 by x minus 3 squared. Here the value of the function is increasing indefinitely and it is approaching infinity as x tends to 3. So we can say that the curve is tending to infinity vertically. So whenever the curve approaches infinity vertically, there will be a line such that the separation between the line and the curve approaches 0. So that line we call as vertical asymptote. So whenever there exists a value of x equal to a such that limit extending to a f of x is equal to plus or minus infinity, the curve approaches infinity vertically. So the line x equal to a becomes vertical asymptote. Horizontal asymptote. A horizontal line such that the distance between the curve and the line approaches 0 as the curve tends to infinity is called as horizontal asymptote. So here we have an example of a curve and its horizontal asymptote. Since it's a horizontal line, let us say the equation of the line is y equal to k. So here we can see that the curve is approaching infinity horizontally and the value of the function as x tends to infinity actually becomes equal to k. So here we can say that limit extending to infinity f of x is equal to k. So a horizontal asymptote will exist for the curve of any function provided limit extending to plus or minus infinity f of x is finite. Let us consider an example. If a function f of x is defined as f of x is equal to 2 plus e to the power of minus x. So here we see that limit extending to infinity f of x is equal to limit extending to infinity 2 plus e to the power of minus x. So that is equal to 2 plus, now when x is tending to infinity, e power minus x will tend to 0, so that is equal to 2. Since the value of the function tends to a finite limit when x is tending to infinity, we can say that this is having a horizontal asymptote of the form y is equal to 2. We can observe this in the graph of the function, which looks like this. This is a negative exponential and it decreases exponentially, and as x tends to infinity, the function value tends to 2. This is the graph of the function. Now let us discuss an oblique asymptote. An oblique asymptote is a straight line which is neither horizontal nor vertical, such that the distance between the curve and the line approaches 0 as the curve approaches infinity. You can see the example here. There is a curve and then there is a straight line which is neither horizontal nor vertical, and the distance between these two is tending to 0. But how do we determine an oblique asymptote? We know that when x is tending to infinity, the curve has to become like a straight line. So, limit x tending to infinity, if f of x becomes something like mx plus c, that is, when x is tending to infinity, if the function y is equal to f of x behaves like a straight line of the form y is equal to mx plus c, then we can say that curve of the function y equal to f of x has an oblique asymptote. Let us consider an example. If f is a function defined as f of x is equal to x square plus 2x minus 3 by x, then if we have to determine whether it has an oblique asymptote, what we will do is we will consider limit x tending to infinity f of x. So, that is equal to limit x tending to infinity x square plus 2x minus 3 divided by x. That can be written as limit x tending to infinity x plus 2 minus 3 by x. So, when x is tending to infinity, 3 by x is tending to 0. So, we will write this as limit x tending to infinity x plus 2. So, you can see that f of x when x is tending to infinity behaves like a straight line of the form y is equal to x plus 2. The curve of the function has an oblique asymptote of the form y is equal to x plus 2. Let us consider an example. Now, whenever a rational function is given to us and if we have to determine whether its curve has an oblique asymptote, we can simply use long division. That is, when we divide 2x square plus 3x plus 5 by x minus 2, let us see what we will get. 3x plus 5. Okay, so here 2x square minus 4x. Okay, then we subtract, we get 7x plus 5, then plus 7. So, that gives us 7x minus 14. So, the remainder is now 19. We cannot continue with the division anymore. So, we can write f of x as 2x plus 7 plus 19 by x minus 2. Now, when x is tending to infinity, that is limit x tending to infinity, f of x is equal to limit x tending to infinity 2x plus 7 plus 19 by x minus 2. Now, since x is tending to infinity, x minus 2 is also tending to infinity. So, 19 by x minus 2 will tend to 0. So, we can ignore that and merely write this as limit x tending to infinity 2x plus 7. So, again here also we see that when x is tending to infinity, f of x behaves like a straight line with equation y is equal to 2x plus 7. So, the equation of the oblique asymptote is y is equal to 2x plus 7. So, whenever a rational function is given to us, we can determine the equation of the oblique asymptote by merely using long division. Let us consider one more example. If f of x is equal to x cube plus 3x square minus 2 by x. Now, if we have to check if the curve of this function has an oblique asymptote, let us again just divide this. We can write f of x as x square plus 3x minus 2 by x. So, here even when we take limit, we see that f of x is actually behaving like a quadratic function. Since it is not behaving like a straight line, we say that there is no oblique asymptote. So, for this to have an oblique asymptote, the function f of x has to behave like a straight line, which means when we divide, we should get a linear equation, which happens if the degree of the numerator is 1 greater than the degree of the denominator. So, if a function g of x is such that x square plus 3x minus 2 by x, then g of x will have an oblique asymptote since the numerator degree is 1 greater than the degree of the denominator. Let us quickly summarize what we have discussed so far. An asymptote is a straight line such that the distance between the curve and the line approaches 0 as the curve approaches infinity. There are three kinds of asymptotes. First, a vertical asymptote. It is a vertical line with equation of the form x equal to a. The condition for the existence of a vertical asymptote is limit extending to a plus or a minus f of x must be equal to plus or minus infinity. Next, horizontal asymptote is a straight horizontal line with an equation of the form y is equal to a. The condition for the existence of horizontal asymptote is limit extending to plus or minus infinity f of x must be a finite real number. Then oblique asymptote, it is a straight line which is neither horizontal nor vertical. The equation of an oblique asymptote will be of the form y equal to mx plus c, where m is not equal to 0. This is because if m equal to 0, the oblique asymptote becomes a horizontal asymptote. Now, the condition for the existence of oblique asymptote is when x is tending to plus or minus infinity, f of x must behave like a straight line with the equation y is equal to mx plus c. Now, let us discuss some problems. The asymptotes of y equal to ln x by x are. First, we will see if this curve has any vertical asymptote. So, we have to consider the curve y is equal to f of x, where f of x is equal to ln x by x. Now, for the existence of vertical asymptote, we require the function to tend to plus or minus infinity at some x equal to a. So, here clearly we can see that since there is x in the denominator, when x becomes equal to 0, then the function value will tend to infinity. But ln x is not defined at x is equal to 0. So, what we will do is we will consider the limit on the right side, limit extending to 0 plus f of x. So, that is equal to limit extending to 0 plus ln x by x. When x is tending to 0 plus, ln x tends to minus infinity. So, this is of the form minus infinity by 0 plus. So, that is minus infinity. 1 by 0 plus we can consider it to be of the form again infinity. So, that is equal to minus infinity. So, here we can see that when x is tending to 0 plus, f of x is tending to minus infinity. So, clearly x is equal to 0 is a vertical asymptote. Now, let us check if the curve has any horizontal asymptote. For the existence of horizontal asymptote, we need limit extending to plus or minus infinity to be a finite real number. But since the function here is defined only for positive values of x because of the ln function, we will consider only limit extending to plus infinity. So, limit extending to plus infinity f of x is equal to limit extending to infinity ln x by x. Now, here when x is tending to infinity, ln x is also tending to infinity, so is x. So, this is a limit which is of the form infinity by infinity. We can use L'Hopital's here. We will just differentiate the numerator and denominator. So, this limit is limit extending to infinity. The derivative of ln x is 1 by x, by the derivative of x is 1. So, this is merely limit extending to infinity 1 by x, and since x is tending to infinity, 1 by x tends to 0. Now, since limit extending to infinity f of x is a finite real number, we can say that this curve has a horizontal asymptote of the form y is equal to 0. So, there are two asymptotes for the curve, one is x equal to 0 and one is y equal to 0. Next problem, determine the asymptotes of the following curve y is equal to x plus e power minus x into sin x. Now, we can write this curve as y is equal to f of x, where f of x is equal to x plus sin x by e power x. E power x never becomes 0. So, this function is defined for all real values. So, we can say that there is no vertical asymptote. Now, let us determine the limit of the function as x tends to infinity. So, limit extending to infinity f of x is equal to limit extending to infinity x plus sin x by e power x. So, when x is tending to infinity, e power x is tending to infinity. Sin x is some value which lies between minus 1 to plus 1. So, this is a small finite real number divided by something which is tending to infinity. So, this term is tending to 0. So, we can write this as limit extending to infinity x. So, the limit is not a constant value. So, we can say that there is no horizontal asymptote. But if you observe, you can see that this is of the form mx plus c, that is 1 into x plus 0. So, we can say that This curve has an oblique asymptote of the form y is equal to x. Thank you.